One very nice thing about the Bible is that it is so practical and helpful in our lives, especially as Christians. And I just want to remind you of a few things from the New Testament that are very important for us to remember. Number one, it says, let no man go beyond and defraud his brother. That means we need to pay very careful attention to how we operate with regard to strangers and acquaintances, people at work, and especially other Christians, to not defraud them in any way, to be fair in our dealings with business and with possessions and with selling things and whatever the case may be, not to try to make big profits for ourselves, but be careful. Do not defraud another. And number two, it says increase in love for one another more and more. So get to know people. Yes, neighbors and yes, others, but especially those maybe, at church or other Christians. Get to know people so that you can show hospitality and really love other people more and more and more day by day. And number three, the Bible says in the New Testament, it says be quiet, mind your own business. In other words, don't be a busybody. Don't be spreading gossip and rumors all around, but mind your own business and work hard with your own hands. Why would it say that? So that we have things to share with others. So we have food and clothing and possessions to share with others, not just so we can hoard it all for ourselves. Number four, it says walk honestly as honest men and women in our dealings. And fifthly, it says comfort one another with words of Christ's second coming. We should encourage each other more and more each day and every week that goes by that, hey, Jesus is coming again soon. Be ready, stay stay faithful. Don't give up. Don't go back to sin and worldliness again, even though it's very tempting. And we feel that pull. Every one of us feels that pull, sometimes stronger than others, to, go back to sin or go back to our old life or whatever the case may be. But let us encourage each other to not give up, that it's all going to be worth it someday when we get to heaven and when we get those rewards and we see Christ. That's more than anything, when we see God and get to be with him forever. And finally, it says in the New Testament not to sleep spiritually, but stay awake. It is one of the easiest things in the world to go to sleep, to just close our eyes. We get tired, we get weary, but don't sleep spiritually. Stay awake with prayer, with fasting, and seeking God, and with obedience.